SMD Law is the official law firm of the Spartan Nation. Check them out on the interwebs at smdalaw.com or at 866-529-3537. No matter where you are in the state of Michigan, Upper Peninsula, Lower Peninsula, it doesn't matter. They have an office near you. So whether you need to send a letter to an annoying neighbor, or you're a criminal and you need defense, maybe you just have problems with elder law, check them out, smdalaw.com today. The official law firm of the Spartan Nation. Call them first, then you act.
So can I hear an hallelujah? We're home finally again. So for the second weekend of the year, we're going to be at home, and we're going to have 2 in a row. So we're pretty pleased with that, and happy to get going in this Big Ten season, even though maybe the results aren't what maybe we wanted for last week, but definitely just great to get into it, because it's a grind. I mean, there's no doubt about the fact that the Big Ten is a grind, but it also provides a certain excitement and a level of play that really draws the best out in you. And when you have a team that is as youthful as we are, it provides opportunities to learn, which is what I like as well, because I love teaching and getting teams to understand what we're doing, why we're doing it, and how we can do it better. And so obviously we have a little material on that after the weekend, but the things that I can take away from last weekend at both Iowa, where I really didn't think that we played to the level that I know that we can, with showing a little fight there at the end, and then looking at the Nebraska, watching the way this team came in and played. I was pleased with some things. I was not pleased with other things, but I was encouraged by the fight that we showed, both at Iowa at the end and in the third set, and then at Nebraska in the third set. I don't want to wait till the third set to play the game that we can play, so we've got to get away from that and start showing what we can do a little bit earlier, and reminding ourselves of there's a certain thing about this team that I really like, and I know it's in there, and yet we got to bring that out a little bit earlier. Nebraska, obviously, they're a top team in the nation, defending national champion. They're good for a reason. They've got that going. I thought the team handled the crowd well and kept their minds in the game and in the lines pretty well, and was pleased with the way that we went about our business that way. But again, we have to be able to score more. We have to keep our efficiency up, and we made far too many errors, and against top quality teams you can't give points away, and we did that both nights on the weekend, and so we're going to need to look to make people earn their points in a way that they actually have to do some work. So so we're back to the drawing board. We had a day off yesterday. That's because we played on Sunday, you give the mandatory day off on Monday, so we'll get back into work on today, tomorrow, and the next day to prepare for Penn State and Rutgers. Penn State is currently ranked 9th in the country. They had a setback last weekend, and so they're a very talented team, as you well know, and they're going to provide quite a challenge on Friday night, and then we turn back on Saturday with Rutgers, who is a team that is talented, is not ranked nationally at this time. They do have 4 international players, some new players on the roster, that have a lot of qualities in their own right. And so being able to play back-to-back in the Big Ten, anything you can do to put yourself in a better position is very important. So we're grinding it out and watching a lot of film with our players to get them to see, where is it we need to be better, and how do we get better, and help them understand the game even that much more, so that we know where we're getting taken advantage of. So it's a work in progress, no doubt, but I really like our team, and I really like our eagerness to learn. So.
How much does Penn State become a nemesis?
They've been so talented over the years, and I think that during the time they won 6 national championships, and they have had that going on, but what we've also seen in the Big Ten is the rise of a lot of teams that are in the in the top 8 or so in the NCAA tournament. So there's a big battle going on across the Big Ten for top positions, and you're seeing that Penn State is continually and traditionally strong, and have great athletes. And, we do have a back and forth with them, but we've seen them a lot in the NCAA tournament. We were at their place last year when we were at Kentucky in the Sweet 16. We played them there. So we seem to be meeting them quite a bit in the postseason competition because, gosh, 2 times is not enough, I suppose. but we see them a lot, and so very familiar with their program. They have a great program as tradition, and Russ does a great job of coaching. So the thing I think is interesting in the Big Ten is I was looking around the room, and 8 coaches. We're in meetings, Big Ten meetings, and you look and 8 coaches have taken their teams to Final Fours in the room out of 14. It's not like one program is great in the Big Ten. There's a multitude of great programs, and in my 13 years here that I've been here so far, 2 times the 8th ranked team in our league has been in the Final Four. I mean, that just shows you how deep the league is. So when you're looking at a team that finishes 8th, it doesn't mean they can't make their own run in the NCAA tournament and get into the Final Four. So, we've looked at 6th place teams, and, sometimes the first seed, the one that wins it doesn't even get into the Final Four. And it's just that the strength from top to bottom really challenges you. And again, that could be daunting, it's definitely humbling, but it's getting your team wrapped around the improvement and what you need to do from day to day. But it's kind of cool because you don't get away with anything. If you have a weakness, it's going to be exploited, and there's great coaches that are going to exploit that, so you better get better. I mean, that's really the answer at the end of the day, is you have to become, you have to have better range, and whether it's defensively or offensively, you have to work to be the best you can be. And honestly, that's what's going to prepare our players to play beyond college, and that's the type of thing that gets them to know that they're good and not just kind of suspect they are. So.
So are you resigned to the fact that your young team is just going to take its lumps in this conference, or don't you concede that?
No, I don't concede that at all. I think our young team has a lot of grit, and I'm excited about their growth. I think they need to grow if they're going to be putting themselves in positions, but no doubt we are going after it, and I think this team has a lot of talent. I definitely do. I think physically we're very talented. I think we're missing some beats on some things that we need to know better about, and we've got to continue to learn and grow, which is exciting. I do think this is a really good team, and they're special because they come in. I just got done with somebody that asked me for an extra session, this morning, and so I was working with her in the gym and came running over here. But they're trying to get extra work in too in the areas of deficiency that, like, hey, I want to be better. So there's a real push by our players to be the best they can be, and they're not, believe me, they're not resigned to anything. They're like thinking they want to be the best they can be. So, and so am I. So anyway, but okay, well, we will see you hopefully this weekend, and enjoy, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.